Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I thought maybe I would just run around and play a little bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the channel, man, because gosh, I'm literally kind of just blown away at how good this feels on the Series S, man. This is literally the first game I played on my Xbox Series X when it launched. I was playing it the night before on the Xbox One X. And then that next morning when I set up my Series X, when it got here, I just started playing this. And man, I was just blown away right from the get-go. Being able to play Assassin's Creed at 60 frames a second, I thought that was just the coolest thing ever. And the fact that I can still play this at 60 frames a second on the Xbox Series S, that to me is really impressive. To be completely honest with you, this is really impressive. And the level of detail that you still get in this game, yeah, that's pretty impressive. So I've got plenty of hours into this game already. And being able to come back and check this out, I actually did play the whole new DLC on this on the Series S. So we go over here to, where was it? So the Isle of Skye, or we can go to Francia. Let's go to Francia. This was probably my favorite DLC in this game. Was the invasion of France. So that was pretty cool. Like, I really did like that. I really like how they brought this together. This is actually a really, really good game. I really like this game. I like the medievalness to it. That's what I think that draws me to this the most. The Viking part is pretty freaking cool. It did a lot of it right. Like, this was a pretty epic adventure, to be completely honest with you. I did pretty much sit through it and get through this game pretty quickly, but this game really is such an epic adventure, such a beautiful experience. This world is so nicely detailed, and on the Series S, like, you're getting a pretty decent package. I mean, you're still getting a pretty fair amount of vegetation in this world. Almost comparable to, Series X and PS5. I mean, it is definitely a little bit stripped back, but for the most part, like, everywhere you look, you got lush vegetation. Everywhere you look on here. You're getting that 60 frames a second. Those clouds up there look beautiful. The sun looks beautiful. You know what I love about this monitor? I'm not getting that banding that you're seeing on that. Like the banding, like when you're looking up here, you can see all the banding out from the sun. So I mean, this is pretty nice. The only time I've seen that go away is on, Dolby Vision. So this monitor, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool, because I mean, I can look at my computer screen and I can see the banding in that picture. So I'm pretty sure that's getting recorded. But when I look at it on the monitor, I'm not getting that banding. And that's what Dolby Vision gets rid of. Like, you get all that color in between there. Ooh, look at this. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm just getting close to the outer edges. Yep, I am. Gosh dang it. I can see the freaking thing over there. So, this is a lot of what I do on Assassin's Creed. Like, I will run around this. Dude, you know what? I think there's a thing that, like, pulls back the camera. I think there was a thing in here. lets you adjust the... Yeah, right here. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, you get farther away from the camera. Well, I mean, it's not that much farther, but it's far enough to be like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So I definitely like that setting. So we'll keep that one. See more of this beautiful world. Gosh, it's such a beautiful experience. I haven't really came back here and really explored the Frankia open map yet. After I beat that, kind of just moved forward or moved back on over to the other map. But gosh, let's look at this. Let's run around and check this out. This outer area. Because there's like a big city, a big castle city in here, like the Siege of France or whatever. Like this is pretty cool, man. I do recommend picking up these DLCs so that you have the full, complete, the whole experience. Because there's a lot of story content in that. There's a lot of stuff in that you probably should experience along with the full game itself. But my gosh, is this world... I love being in these worlds. I love exploring this. I love just hanging out and checking things out. That's like one of the major things that I really, really love of Assassin's Creed. The fact that these worlds just look so beautiful. I feel like the main map has a little bit more vegetation. Like this here looks like it's got patches, like a lot more patches, but when you're running through it, it seems pretty full. So that's pretty cool. You can definitely see like the streaming is much better on this than it was when it first came out. So I mean, I really like this. I should probably record like some video on Series X and PS5 as well. Put them all up there together, but I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'll just record like 30 minutes of this showing people how how the world looks. Showing you exactly what kind of a visual presentation you can get on this game. Playing it on Xbox Series S. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish I still had my Xbox One X so that I could do comparison videos on that as well. But those are not as important. But to tell you the truth, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is pretty relevant still, seeing as it's going to be getting a whole nother year of content. Yeah, this game's pretty relevant still in terms of, you know, being the mainline Assassin's Creed right now. This is pretty relevant. So let's head over here toward the castle and everything. Ooh, man, I love that. That looks so cool. Gosh, you get so much detail in that water, too. Look at that. The rocks. Gosh, that's the stuff I love about Ubisoft games. Like, they're pretty freaking good with their attention to detail. The vegetation in this game it has gotten a lot better. They could still definitely work on, you know, like rock faces and stuff like that, but... You know, look at the freaking stonework in these huts. You know, the way they lay the grass on the roof. Like these shires, they do, like the shires in this game, they do look pretty, good. The way they come together, the beauty in these worlds, like the diversity in the trees, they look pretty good. They look pretty realistic, and the way they sit and stuff. Look at how they blend them into the ground. Like that looks pretty good. These smaller trees, different types of bushes, plant life. it like comes together. Like, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the most beautiful Assassin's Creed environments they've ever made. And the realism of it, the realisticness of it, like it's pretty good. Like, I really appreciate, seeing trees like that, and then you come running over here and you see this big old giant, just cool looking freaking tree with the vines that wrap around everything. Like, it looks so cool. I mean, like, is it the most realistic looking tree in the world? No, clearly not, but does it look cool? Yeah, I mean, it looks better than a lot of trees you see in a lot of games, for sure. These rock faces, they look pretty decent. Like, right in through here. And clearly, like, look at this right here, Let's get down here and take a look at this. This obelisk, or whatever it is. Alright, so we're down here, climb up on these rocks. I mean, they look pretty nice. And then you see this, it's one of those offering spot. Return with the offering. I guess I don't have what I need to put in there, so I don't really care about that. I'm not going to go hunting it down. But, yeah, like, these rock faces and stuff, they actually look pretty good on this game. Like, the texture in this, on the Xbox Series S, like, that doesn't look bad at all. Like, that... I mean, honestly, I'm telling you, if I hadn't already played this on Xbox Series X, gosh, I don't know, man. I do not know if... Like, I don't think I would be disappointed playing this, to be completely honest with you. I would be 100% happy with this. The fact that I get 60 frames a second and I still get these high quality textures and everything. Like, this is pretty good. Pretty freaking good. It does definitely help that I've got a 1440p monitor, to tell you the truth. I mean, I have played this on the 4K, but it does look pretty decent on that. And like I said earlier, I do kind of believe that it possibly looks a little bit better, like in distant detail. I kind of feel like it looks a little better just because it looks softer, so it doesn't look all like sharp and crisp out in the distance with like all the LOD distance stuff, not being there. So let's look at this real quick, okay? So you come to this little farm. You're walking across the ground. The ground looks pretty decent. You got tessellation. You've got, gutted freaking cows, clearly. But I mean, like, the burn marks, everything that, is... Like, this, the detail on this just looks... It looks gamey, but it looks like it doesn't really... Honestly, it doesn't really look that gamey. It looks pretty, It looks pretty, pretty convincing. Like, they put so much attention to detail in some of this stuff. This is what I like about Ubisoft games. Well, at least the Assassin's Creed ones. The Assassin's Creeds always usually seem to have a better artistic style. Oh, man. They usually tend to really try to convey the settings that they're in on the Assassin's Creed games. They, I'm usually generally pretty happy. Like, you still get the tessellation in these roads on this system. Maybe not as great as you do on Series X, but, like, it's pretty decent, to be completely honest with you. It is pretty decent. Like, you're seeing this in real time. Like, this game literally looks beautiful on Series S. Like, there's no doubt about that. You are getting a pretty decent package when comparing it to the next gen, to the bigger consoles. Like, I don't feel like this experience is stripped out by any means. Like, I don't feel that way. I feel pretty freaking good about this. I love this Assassin's Creed game. I do think Odyssey is my favorite one out of the last three. But this one definitely has a much better visual style. Look at that texture in the road. Like, look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. This just looks so freaking good. I love this night outfit that I bought. I did have to purchase this. It was like 20 bucks. But I love that. I love that I can play this as an Assassin's Creed game, or I can play this as I can walk around, pretend I'm a medieval knight, bro, and this is pretty cool. Walking around Francia, having some fun, like in a tent city. I mean, this looks pretty good. I mean, look at the NPCs. They don't look too horrible. You know, you got this guy over here digging. Looks pretty convincing. Minding his own business. This dude right here is looking for change. This lady here is probably looking for her husband. This one over here is trying to, like, lady, I don't know if I'd eat that. Who knows how long it's been there. Let's, I mean, look at this lady right here is talking to this dude. Like the NPCs look like they're actually doing something, you know, walking, doing whatever. Like, it looks pretty convincing. That's what I like about Ubisoft games. They, for the most part, like, you're really never wondering what's going on with these with these NPCs, because they're not doing weird things. They're not walking off cliffs. They're not climbing up walls. They're not stuck walking in place. They're, gosh, look at that. Look at that draw distance out there. That looks pretty cool. You look behind you that way, like you're getting a pretty decent draw distance. I mean, at 60 frames a second, like over here. I mean, you're getting a decent experience. I don't feel like it's bad in any way, shape, or form. Start getting over here to this bigger city, though. Just the detail over here. And these buildings and stuff. The road. This is pretty cool. Like, this is the siege of Paris. You get out here and you look at this draw distance. Look at that draw distance in the side of that castle. You can still see all the texture work and everything. See all the texture work down here. All the texture in the ground still. This is pretty impressive for the Xbox Series S. To be able to run this game, you know, Ubisoft games are they're probably going to change a little bit more after they go completely next gen. But I mean, look at this. Look at the amount of detail that you get in this version right here. I do not feel like this is a bad version whatsoever. Look at all the smoke, everything. The birds flying over there in the distance. The castle walls, the texture, the detail that's in there. The draw distance out there in the distance. Close up. Yeah, like, this looks great. This is pretty impressive for the Xbox Series S. I think that this here is a way good version of this game. I feel like you're getting a decent resolution and way good image quality for this game. Oh, dang. Oh, I thought that was water down there. I mean, this is clearly... Oh, dang, it wasn't even that deep. That sucks. This part was so fun. Going through here. Like, this was such a fun experience. Playing around this was probably one of my favorite parts of this experience. Was doing this mission was pretty great, to be completely honest with you. Doing the siege of Paris was pretty fun. So That's basically about what I got to say about that. I've walked around. I've showed you a lot of this. I've showed you a lot of the beauty of this game and just how wonderful it looks. I do recommend playing on a 1440p TV at 60 frames a second, or a 1440p monitor. I mean, you can't get a TV at 1440p, but yeah, gosh, this is great. I could definitely play this experience at this resolution and at this with this on this Xbox Series S. This is pretty cool. I like being in medieval England for sure. Like this is great. Oh dang, those rat things! Get out of there, buddy! Whoa, gosh, I forgot about those in here. That's terrible. I forgot about those little dudes. Got to be something in here that I can get. Then I don't really. I'll come back later and get it. But yeah, I still got a lot of stuff to find and clear in this map. So that's what I love about it. There's always just something for me to do, something for me to run around and explore. Sometimes I get caught up running around doing all the stuff, all the side stuff. There's so much to do in this game, in these games, that I just keep coming back. I still go back to Origins and play around on that. And that came out in 2017. So I definitely get my money's worth out of Ubisoft games. So yeah, I definitely think this is a good buy if you have a Series S. I think you will get a decent experience out of this. I love this game. I think it was great. That's me though. I'm kind of biased toward Ubisoft games. I really do love them. We'll see how this new. We'll see how they want to take things, and yeah, I'll either be there to support them or I'll be moving on. But I feel like this is definitely a safe bet, a safe game to play, especially on the Series S. You're definitely getting the full package. Well, pretty much the full package. Like it's really hard to really tell unless you have them both sitting next to each other. And like on the bigger consoles, you'll probably get more vegetation through here. That's the biggest thing, is you'd have more vegetation. More vegetation throughout the world, just higher density of it. But this still looks really dense is the thing. So if you like this content and you want to see more of it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely leave something in the comments if you found this useful or interesting. I do want to be able to maximize my time in making these videos, so I'd like to know how you guys are feeling. Let me know if these Assassin's Creed videos are going to do you any good, or if I should just keep them to myself and keep playing them. So, all right, like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.